Libra, hi. So this is your reading for April 6th to the 12th. We'll take a look into whatever that has happened to you in the past that may or may not still be bothering you, your current situation, and what's going to happen in your future. All right, for a Libra, first YouTube reading ever for you. Let's take a look. Important message and storyline. Check your Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising, by the way, not just one reading, and pick the one that resonates with you the most, okay? I see a commitment showing up for you where potentially you are emotionally, let me adjust the camera, sorry. It's like shaking or something. All right, good. Okay. Yeah, where I see you emotionally invested in pretty heavily, to be honest. But for some reason, something is coming to an end. Potentially is this relationship that we're talking about, so we'll take a look into that. And by the universe, it's the time to end it. It's an end of a cycle, an end of a chapter in your life. Okay, let's take a deep look into that. Okay. Let's do the Page of Cups. So you're looking at all the time and energy you poured into whoever this is, if you're dealing with a relationship, or it could even be a business partnership. But I feel like this is more like a love reading, okay? And you don't see things are working out. You see things are always kind of like something's wrong with it. Either there's a conflict showing up, or the other person is not as responsive to the same level of you, the investment that you did. Like the other person is not really as invested as you. That can be a possibility. And you're kind of like you're waiting to make a decision here. I see you take the initiative to possibly message this person, shoot them a text, or invite them out to just talk about things. As for whether or not you did it, we'll see. Okay, let's see what's happening in the past here. So yeah, this relationship is not going as well. I will put it that way. It's not like a happily ever after type of energy I get over here. And I feel like it's more, for example, you dated this person or you were seeing someone for 3 to 6 months-ish, or possibly happen within a year, which is kind of like short time. It's like not very long type of relationship. And at this point, you don't see it going anywhere. So you feel like it's just time to put this down and not keep wasting your time. Because you're already, very invested. Let's see the 8 of Wands. And you got signs from the universe too, by the way, to just end this painful situation. Okay. It inflicted some pain. Possibly whoever this is said something or did something to you where you have a need of feeling I need to defend myself. And I have to fight for myself. So it could inflict some pain that is within you. So your action, your free will determine what's going to happen in the future. Okay, this is what I see in the past. The pain is already created. Okay, let's do the King of Cups. Libra. You are so done with it. I see physically you leaving this situation. You don't see it turning around. That's why you put an end to this. But meanwhile, the thoughts are just overwhelming the hell out of you, because you do care about this relationship. You do care about whoever this is, but probably maybe you have tried to make things work, although I don't feel like that's the case, or maybe they try to make this work too, but the approach is just not making things work. It's just one of those situations where you are so attracted to each other, but sorry, in no way this is gonna work out type of thing, you know? So you don't see any hope, and you come from a very mature place to make this decision, to put this to an end, okay? And you are looking into yourself. Take some time to heal, with the Hermit energy being here. Yeah, this relationship is coming to an end. It's not yet ending in the past, but it's so close to the end. So currently you might have already ended the situation, and I see you showing up very confident. So you process this, you plan ahead, you know, you prospect for quite a while here. That's why you finally put your feet down to be like, yeah, I mean, although I do want this to work out, I'm sorry, this is not going anywhere. But I do see your energy being kind of like, you know, up and down type of thing, even though you do decide to put this down, to put this to an end. You are still, there's a little bit of hesitation in there, but I don't see a lot. There's some hesitation in there, because it's hard for you to give this up just so easily. It's not easy to give this up, you know. All right, let's see what's happening to you in the current situation for the world. You're upset about it. You know, you are upset about things ended in this way, and you are spending time to let this go, but it's so hard for you to let this go. Let's do the Empress. Probably you are, you know, seeking some higher knowledge here. For example, watch my tarot YouTube videos. It's kind of like a counseling session here, right? It's a form of therapy. Tarot reading is a form of therapy. So you're listening to these messages, or you're simply scrolling through social media to just, you know, heal yourself. This is a process. And yes, you know, you lost it. There's this sense of lack, a strong sense of lack here. But you are figuring things out. You are figuring things out so that you can look at the better side, the abundant side of your life, the things that are actually going well. For example, things that are around your home, around your work, around your money, around your career, your personal self-development. That's where it's going well, right? But yeah, like it's almost unavoidable to feel that sense of loss, a loss of someone here, okay? I mean, the times that you guys are together is great. Like you had fun, it's a fun journey, it's a fun experience, but you know, it has to end for your higher purpose, you know, for other connections to come in to learn more in this lifetime. Let's do the 4 of Wands. And I feel you are still going through pain here. The pain is not like disappearing. Yeah, you are overwhelmed. Thoughts are crowded in your head, are so crowded. There's like just so many thoughts. And as how much I know about Libra, you guys don't have good sleep. I mean, all the air signs is just like sleepless night, constantly thinking. And sometimes, you know, you take something to help you, aid you sleep aid kind of stuff. Oh man, probably have some ashwagandha, that helps to let go of all the stress that you have to deal with. All right, I see a new opportunity showing up in your life currently, and you're going for it. You are passionate about whatever this new opportunity is. It can be a spiritual, or it can be like a physical career kind of opportunity opening up for you. You're on the right track, but still at the same time, you're just so overwhelmed about this connection, right? Let's take a look into the future. Let's do the Strength. Okay, so for current situation and in the past, you probably haven't told the person this is like the end, like I'm leaving, sorry. You probably haven't told them, but soon you will be. So what I see in the past, this is what's going on in your head. You're processing this in your mind, in your heart. You know, this is not going anywhere. And I have to make the decision, but it bothers me because I'm so emotionally invested, right? And in the future, I see you close to making that decision and telling the other person. Yeah. All right, let's do the Ten of Swords. The minute you told this person, there might be conflict exploding, by the way. You might get a reaction from them. For example, they might go crazy on you like, why are you doing this? Why are you leaving me? Why did you decide to end this? We were good, we can make this work. But, you know, you can see this from a more complete perspective, right? But maybe the other party, this person couldn't really see what you see. So you know, you see that coming because you know this person, you know how they will react, and that is actually what makes you having that kind of sleepless night and lots of overthinking, because sometimes you know what to do, but because of the compassion you have for this person, it's just very hard for you to speak that to them, to tell the truth, because nobody likes the truth. And most people don't react very well to the truth, to be honest. So yeah, I mean, I'm sorry you have to deal with this, but you have to. After this, you are entering into a stage of peeling, just of healing, not peeling. I mean, you peeled one layer of skin. You literally shed one chunk layer of you for this experience, right? and you're healing that, you're growing new skin. So you're spending time alone. I see you being here, and eventually the outcome is good for you. All right, let's do the last card in the future. Intuition-wise, you know this is the right thing to do, and you've grown from this experience. You are able to see the things that you couldn't see before. So currently, you are having sleepless night, right? Yeah, over here, in the current situation. But I believe in the next week or so, you're able to let things go more easily, because you will know why this experience are meant to happen in your life, and you are able to appreciate what was happening in this relationship. You show gratitude. You're grateful that this happened, but when it's time to end, it's just time to say goodbye. And it feels right. It just feels right to finish it, because good things are coming in your future. All right, let's do some advice for you. Okay. What should Libra do towards this situation? Advice? The conflict that is meant to happen, it's the right time for it to happen in order for you to achieve true happiness. Yeah, so my advice to you, and the universe's advice to you, is to just go with the flow. Let it happen. Don't try to stop it from happening, because sometimes we tend to do that. We're trying to extend the life of this experience, which you are stopping yourself from expanding your life, if you do that, right? The so-called in and out, back and forth. We're together and then we break up, together and we break up, like Rachel and Ross, Friends. We are on a break, right? And if it's meant for you, it will come back around, like how they did after 10 years of the Rachel and Ross kind of thing. Well, they're each other's lobster. So yeah, just let things happen. Acceptance. Okay, I'll see you next week. Bye.